everyone who stumbled across my video, and I'm telling you a little bit what this is all about. This is about me and my very first video that I will try to put on YouTube. I have been a spinner for about 2.5 years, and last Saturday I went to Burwood. There was a market there on from the Spinners and Weavers Guild, and I bought my very first fleece. I have spun quite a variety of different fibers, mainly wool, but also I have spun some camel and silks and just various fibers. But I've never processed a fleece. And when I went to Burwood and I saw that they are selling these fleeces, I thought, well, I may as well give it a try. So I bought this fleece from this lovely paper, and they also include a little information leaflet and a photograph of the shape this fleece is coming from. So my fleece came from Little Miss White. She's a Corriedale, and thanks Miss White for growing this beautiful wool. Now, I have no expertise at all in dyeing any type of fiber. So if you would like some expert advice, I'm certainly not the person. But if you want to join me on an experiment and possibly, having some fun with some colors, please stick around. I filmed the whole process, and I thought that if anybody is remotely interested, I might continue and then film the process of running this fleece through my drum carder and spinning it. So please stick around, and I'll see you later. Bye. So here we go, my fleece colouring venture starting. The first colour is from Queen. It's a gel food colour in teal. Number 2 is a liquid Queen food colouring green. And here we go with the same in yellow. Water is very hot, and here we go with the dishwashing liquid to get most of the grease out. I would say any commercial dishwashing liquid will do, but as I said, I'm not an expert, so this is just what I used. Give it a little whisk. All this is done out on my terrace. And here goes the fleece, which is actually just maybe 1/3 of it, because the other one I had already in the same pot to give it a wash. So that's just about 1/3 of the fleece. And very careful, I'm just submersing the fleece in the hot water without disturbing it too much, because one of my big worries was that I could actually felt this fleece. So just very gentle, and you can see how quickly the water discolors with all the grease. Here comes the rest of the fleece that I had washed before. Just to give you a look. That's the already washed fleece. And that pot has been on maybe for about 10 minutes, I would guess. And I get it, that was enough to get most of the grease out. And I drained it and then let the fleece cool down. Yeah, here we go. And there's a fresh pot of water. It's just some lukewarm water. And here I measure out the vinegar. Well, measuring out sort of like a guesstimate. I would say it was about 5 teaspoons. And now very careful, I submerge that fleece that's about the same temperature as that water, which is just room temperature. Yeah, give it a gentle, oops, here we go, something fell into the pot, or maybe came out of the fleece. I must say, I was actually surprised how clean that fleece is. Yeah, leave it on there to heat it up, and here we go with the kettle with some very hot water to mix up the food colorings. One of the big things is not to have too many different temperature variations, because you don't want to shock the wool, because that's yeah, that's used in felting, and I didn't want to felt this fleece, that's for sure. Here we go, some yellow. Give this a gentle stir. That was about, yeah, as I said, all a bit of a guesstimate. It's the same way as I cook, all very just by feel. There we go, that's the green. Again, oops, here we go. That should be enough. Give it a stir. Yeah, that looks about right. And here we go with the teal. That was the gel. And yeah, that's a bit harder to dissolve, and it's a bit of a better stir. It's a very nice color. That's teal. Yeah. Here we go. Have a little look. Yeah, that looks nice. And the green, in comparison, yeah, very bright and vibrant. So here we go. Yeah, the water is very hot by now. And you start off, yeah, don't do that at home, don't submerge your fingers in the hot water. Here we go with the yellow. I thought I start with the lightest color first. That made sense to me, but again, I did that all by feel. Yeah. And I thought I'd do this process rather slowly, because I was hoping for patches of different colors and variations in intensity. So, and again, I do this very gentle. Here we go. Bit more here, bit more there. And the rest goes in. Yeah, it's a beautiful sunshine yellow. Very bright and vibrant. So here we go. That's the yellow done. Left it on the pot for a while. And I wasn't quite sure about if I should put in more vinegar for the uptake of the color. So yeah, I thought, well, may as well give it a try. So put some more vinegar in, and a few minutes later I was quite happy. There was not too much color left in the water, so I get it, most of it was taken up by the wool. Here we go. It's a very light coloring of the water, almost clear by now, so good enough for me to go ahead with the next color. I then did the same with the green color, and again about 10 minutes later the uptake of the color was quite good. Yeah, here we check again. Not too much color left in the water. Now I did then the same process with the teal. Yeah, check again. There's the teal going in. And again, I'm trying to create pockets of intensity of color. And another gentle stir. There we can see it, yeah, it looks like there is a color gradient. There we go, rinsed, and now rinsing the fleece in the kitchen under some cold water after the wool cooled down. Yes, I again put in a bit of dishwashing liquid just to make sure that all the color that hasn't been taken up by the wool is coming out. And there is the rinsed wool, and out it goes onto the terrace to let it dry. I must say I was pretty happy with the result. I thought, yeah, that looks a rather intense color, which I didn't expect just to achieve with food coloring. I have researched how stable food coloring is, and apparently it's surprisingly stable. But I suppose we will find that out by wash and wear, whatever this product will. So here we go. About a day and a half later, the fleece dyed, well, first washed, dyed and dried. And I must say I'm quite happy with the outcome. It turned out to be a very vibrant color. I'm actually surprised on how intense this color got. And you can see some variations between sort of yellowish green and then darker green. which I really like. I hope that that will come out in the spun wool very nicely. I'm also there's some still quite very light patches as well. So yeah, that should give a very nice gradient, I hope. I'm also very happy that I didn't disturb the fleece too much. It doesn't look very matted. It has kept its looks quite nicely, which makes the carding then very easy. Yeah, because I just can take locks off and put it through the drum carder. Well, I will what they call flick it first, and yeah, so that is part of my fleece done. God knows what this is going to become at the end, but yeah, I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. What would you call that, the type of green? I was thinking about an apple green. I'm not quite sure, but it's lovely. Anyway, so maybe join me again if you feel like for the continuation of Suzanne's fleece.